Hello everyone and welcome to Day Job. I am your host Code Marvelous, and this morning we are going to do a deck that I was working on last night on stream that I want to get a little bit more practice with because I think we're heading someplace pretty interesting. I was working on last night on stream that I want to get a little bit more one of these days I'll learn not to do that. But anyway, let's just dive into it. It's a Hayley Pawn Shop deck that also uses Blue Moose and just kind of good stuff shaper with Daredevil. Lots of silver bullets to pawn. We got Clippy, we got Nanotech, we got Inversificator. Alright, GLHF. Draw. Alright. So, enjoy your hostile takeover. Thank you for the bad pub. As a shaper, I'm really going to enjoy that. Draw. Draw. There we go. I'm chugging along. Okay. We might get rushed out here. Because we can't quite get in. Because we would need 7 total. Yeah. Oh well. Man, I wish I... Can you play slightly slower so I can get Hayley triggers? Yeah. fire. It's not going great. We're in rough shape, huh? We didn't come out of the gate swinging nearly as hard as I would have liked. Yeah, I think we're just cooked. Well, I think we just lose here. Because if we don't... Yeah, we didn't find Clippy. We can't get in. So that's game. An inauspicious start compared to how this game did as decked it online. Good game. Morning. Polana. All right. Draw. one of these days we'll start with Reaver and an opening hand so we don't have to use an SMC on it. Somewhere in here. Interesting. Draw. Draw. Oh my god. SMC or Reaver. It's not rocket science. We're doing it. Alright. So let's draw. Let's draw again. I feel like we're just getting like rushed out against like crazy. I don't want to use Pawn Shop until we have Reaver. Like, one of these games I would like to start with my stuff in my open. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to because we need to make room. Yeah, we're getting completely rushed out against. Yeah, we're gonna lose. This is tough. I went 5-1 last night on stream. Now we're just up against back-to-back. Yep, that's game probably. Well, that's game. I said GG. I'm trying to get as many games in as we can. So we've got Reaver in the opener, so I'll keep it. Alright, let's do this. So if you want to see if you want to see me win some games with this deck, watch the code busting from last night. Now these Apex cards. Apex gonna Apex. Just keep getting the breakers down. Alrighty. Yeah, that'll happen sometimes, Kayak. Alright. Oh, can't do that. Just run HQ the normal way. So one of the tricks with this deck is against things you don't have to break, like Eli, you just jack out and run somewhere else and see if you can get 2 normal cost ice reses in a single turn. I went down to less Daredevils, but that might be a mistake because now we're having a hard time finding it and we're struggling for MU. And this is a build that's very cheeky. Oh, you're gonna fire it? Whew. I mean, you have the Jackson, but we'll see what happens. Yep. Ouch. We're definitely paying the iron price here. I'm getting there. So, we'll Blue Moose Diesel. We'll pawn probably the SMC, since we're not likely to lose the SMC that we need for, or not the SMC, the same old thing, since we're not likely to lose the levy from out of our hand. Let's index. Oh, we can have a mystery ice when we come back in. Nothing. Wow. And it's just all money. Wow. Let's check HQ. That stinks. What a shitty index. We're gonna sell these film critics, like the terrible monster people that we are. I'm gonna go into the pawn shop. Hey, do you want to buy this guy? That's the part of the Aesop's pawn shop decks I always find really funny. Hey, what do you got for me? Well, I got this film critic that Corpse really hate. I'll give you $3. What else you got? I got this creepy program that I found on like the dark web. Oh yeah, $3. All right, let's draw. Let's draw. I would really treasure it if we could get Daredevil. Archangel. Inversificator is such a good program because I can if this is a code gate 2, then eventually I'll just move all of the sentries onto here so they're all cheap. Wait, is this an AI? Yeah. Or just the fact that you can, like, sell people empty caches. Oh, I have this cache that has nothing on it. Ah, $3. He's like the opposite of like the pawn shop shows. Where he's just a terrible haggler. Heinlein grid. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. We'll just nip that in the bud. Alrighty. Okay. Where are you, Daredevil? We could really use you. Let's draw. Ew. Yeah, he's going to be on the front line of Martian gentrification. I think one of the neatest things about this build is we have 4 clicks for setup. while still making $5 a turn. I'll trust Maryland campaign. Alright. Somewhere in this deck, I have this card called Daredevil. It's a pretty solid console. So the other neat thing about this build, Blue Moose makes it so that when I do Levy, it's just all value. Mason Bellamy. Okay. Draw. Draw. There you are. Install. And install. Next turn, we're going to index. Yeah, he has like no point of sale system in place. No price matching systems. He's just like, maybe the guy on the card isn't Aesop's. Maybe it's just like his stoner friend that he leaves in charge of the shop like one day a week, and that's why he always just gives people whatever terrible price. Yeah, I was gonna say, I have to imagine that that's going on to R&D. Because we're gonna index. Boom, hit that indexing. Fairchild 3. Well, that's a piece of ice that I don't want to deal with. So we're gonna break it. That's game. Moving code gates around is top tier in this game. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Good game. Alright, so that's how the deck actually got to do the thing. I think one of the most interesting and exciting things about playing in the morning like this is we play against some crazy shit on this stream that we rarely see on my evening streams. I mean, it's not game breaking, but it certainly is valuable in a lot of Shaper builds to be able to take a problem code gate and move it to the server that you're gonna run the least, right? It's a good design. It's interesting. It creates cool choices. It's got a powerful effect, but you pay for it. Like it's a good breaker that you get a lot of value out of the investment for. If you watch the code busting stream, you know, somebody had a 5 deep server, and then it ends up with like being 3 vanillas, an enigma, and a mother goddess that I was brinking with nanotech. So it was 5 credits for that, or like, yeah, it was 6 credits for the entire 5 ice server. It's just nuts. That's a not great hand. We're gonna have to mulligan this. At least we got money this time. That's pretty good. Money is top tier in Netrunner. Turns out. Tomorrow, everyone, we're going to have a special treat. I'm part of the Fighting Balloons Cash Refresh League. And I'm going to be streaming my games with my opponent, who is, I believe, in Eastern Europe. And the only time that we can really play that isn't just nightmarish for my opponent is in the evening times. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, it's in the morning times for me, evening, like lunchtime for my opponent. Sure. Out we go. Let's get while the accesses are good. Yeah, I mean, but we're kind of lamenting. We're basically saying, well, there's so many good things, but people are only playing the best thing. I mean, it's not like Kit Inversificator is some like negative play experience deck. It's tough to beat, but it's Netrunner. They're making runs. They're breaking ice. That's right, Grim. Like, anytime people build a powerful deck that actually runs and interacts with ice, I'm completely for it. And a lot of those Kit decks aren't playing a lot of the lock silver bullets, so even better. Get that Sweet Reaver down. So, after this morning, compared to last night, where we didn't really see a lot of where the deck is weak, because we were just kind of walking over people, we now know that this deck has a serious weakness against Rush, and that's something that we're going to need to manage if we want to do well with the deck long term. So that's something to be worked on. Alright, let's run HQ. Sandberg, you know, I've been seeing a lot more of Sandberg running around. It's been interesting. I think our opponent is flooded. Let's start checking. So now, because of Hayley Shaper bullshit, we now have 2 breakers. Because now what I can do is I can go get cash and install Inversificator. Trash the shit out of that. And just get some money and pitch Aesops to feed the Blue Moose. Yeah, no, the Stinson Sandberg play is like ridiculous. That happened on I forget which stream recently, and I was just like, I gotta give you the GG because there's no way I'm ever getting into trash this ever, and you're playing 3 friends in high places, so it's never really gone. You know, it's gone but not forgotten. And so we can just go ahead and give each other that handshake, because we're done. We really need nanotech to be able to do anything really spicy. So let's just get some stuff down, and then we'll pitch the Daredevil to feed the Blue Moose. I tease the dream as long as you can, like, keep like a laminated flowchart next to you of how to do the math for it. Of course, now we draw a nanotech. Alright, I think we need to check to see what that upgrade is. I just love the engine that we've got here. Chicana. Interesting. Okay. I mean, you can have one satyr trigger. Arc Lockdown. Cider House Rules. It's a really, really good name. There's nothing in our trash that we really can't afford to lose, though. Oh, it's like that, is it? You're gonna force me to run that. Okay. Let's index. We just need to hit one agenda to end this game, so. And we don't do it. Okay. Let's check HQ. Tapestry. We have many tapestries. I don't know, I think I'm onto something here. I'll see how this does at the next tournament. Maybe publish. Yeah, absolutely best defense. Yeah, I mean, the Rushmore build was an older build. I think Nanotech is a really good card. And in the matchups where it's not good, you're getting the advantage of having a ton of money and them having only one ice on the server. So, all's well that ends well. Oh, all copies of Sure Gamble have been removed from the game. How will we ever survive? I don't want to index yet. That was dumb. Daredevil's a really solid console that I'm enjoying quite a bit. We don't need to. We've got other stuff. Wow. Another whiff. Crazy. We might actually have to levy this game. Okay. Let's see if we can get an indexing now that there's been a shuffle. No? Draw? All right. Wow. Okay. Working hard for the money. Here in this castle, we have many tapestries. Boom. Good game. Alright, so I think that I need to work on the piloting. I think I need to tighten up the rush matchup, but I definitely think that there's some power here. If you check out this video and the code busting video from last night, I think we've got a total now of 10 games. So we have gone 7-3. No. Yeah, 7-3, which is pretty good for a brand new deck. I really just think I need to shore up that rush matchup a little bit. I need to pilot it better, not go all in on getting Reaver down, and make sure that I am focusing on being able to contest, not just setting up my engine. I'd like to thank everybody who supports the show on Patreon, but especially Matt Bruner, Andrew Bancroft, Kyle Urbach, Paul Gillibrand, Chairman Hero, Dan Faria, C. Kirk, Chris Perez, and Laurie Plant. Without everybody's help, I would not be able to be doing what I'm doing. We're doing the deck club this month thanks to everybody's support. So that's a lot of fun. And everybody, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to come hang out with me. And until we see you again, always be running.